only true best space boys sleep with their eyes open. Welcome back to Rimworld. Sorry, I threw myself off with that one. So, what's happening? Well, we are a dejected inventor, Krup Voosh, a man called to by the Force to take destiny into his own hands, leave behind his old life of being an inventor on some sort of space station, and take his prized invention, the nutrient cow, name pending. It's actually called N.Solution Unit, but I'm calling it a nutrient cow. I suppose all cows are nutrient cows. That's a terrible name. Anyway, N.Solution Unit, which apparently can produce food from thin air, or grass and, I guess, time. It's probably just fermented grass. Anyway, I haven't really thought this through. But he's taken his #1 best invention and headed out to forge his own destiny, to build his own society led by the Force itself. Will he turn evil? Most likely it's a campaign I'm playing. Will he be a good guy? Absolutely not. Let's play some Rimworld. So what have I done since last time? I've installed the a tranquilizer gun mod. I think it's actually called the anesthetic. Anyway, I'll link it below for those of you who are interested. It essentially allows you to capture people alive. Oh, product wasted. God damn it, the nutrient solution. So this is some sort of food, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but it's like an easy-to-store food solution. Anyway, I've installed an anesthetic gun, which seems very, very good, and it actually seems quite well balanced. So it allows you to take prisoners alive very easily. What the fuck is that thing? Thermodon? Is it a dinosaur, or is it an insect? Wild insect. Oh, God, it's eating my survival meals. Oh, God. Welcome to the rice fields. Oh, by the way, this is the Actung mod, which I've got installed. Look at this. Look at how easy it is to position your goddamn colonists now. Very, very cool mod. Okay, hang on. Let's check its health. Malnutrition trivial. It's weakened. If we whack it now, now's probably the best time to whack it. Before it finishes eating. Oh, get it, my boy. Oh, come on, please. Please don't die. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage. Is it doing a lot of damage, though? A couple of cracks. That's fine. Now, bear in mind, our guy does have an exoskeleton suit. Gives him movement and manipulation plus 25%. Thank God it's not the OP one. That's fine. A little bit worried there for a second. That's probably for the best there that we didn't get completely annihilated in our first fight. So what we need to do now is obviously go to the... Where do we click self-tend? Because I have no idea. My dude, where's the self-tend button gone? Inventory, history, reset, wildlife. Bear with. Well, that'll do it. Right, okay, so hopefully he's actually going to prioritize tending to yourself, my boy, because I really don't want you to drop down dead. First comment, well, at least we know that the vibroblader actually works. That was also a risk that we found last episode, that apparently this also needs something else, a vibration motor, to be the most effective it can. Honestly, don't bother bed resting for that, my guy. You gave yourself a good treatment. You don't need to worry about it too much. We'll set bed rest to, like, priority 3 there. You got bigger fish to fry, literally in the sense that we have no food, and I kind of, we're leaving fish out there just to rot. Just fishing for the fun of it. Oh, you use grain to fish with. Oh, that's cool. Catch fishes faster. I mean, fishes is the wrong word there. Fishes faster and more reliably. Fantastic. Allows your hunters to fish in this area. So you can just build these piers for the fun of it. So we can we can catch in this zone. Skuduggles. Classic, of course. Sea snake, mashgons, blue blades, and tail teeth. This is a nice mod. I feel like it's a little more fleshed out than the other fishing mod. Don't be wrong, I do like the other fishing mod, but this one seems a bit more involved. A bit more. I don't want to say tactics behind it because that's the wrong word, but it seems a little more well designed. Mad chinchilla. I don't think we're too concerned about that one, given what we just fought. That is an absolute unit of a chinchilla. My God, you are round. It's like the moon. Okay, so we're actually going to set you to attack rather than flee. Otherwise, we're going to be running away from a chinchilla for the rest of the evening. Did he fail to build that? My dude, come on. Let's get yourself some food. That's it. The only thing I miss about the Force Speed mod is the ability to ignore all this slowdown. Right now, we don't need to be playing on Speed 3. Thank you, game. He literally took no damage and the chinchilla is dead. Let's finish off this wooden wall. So this counts as indoors. All right, so we've got ourselves a nice storage area. So let's immediately start storing our stuff before it disappears. Where's it all gone? Oh, it's just all sort of strewn around. That's annoying. Let's get those hauled urgently. No storage space, absolutely. Fixing that in a second, my friend. So this sort of half of it is going to be the storage area. Let's go critical. Preferably no foods. Preferably don't allow rotten. And we will say mechanoid corpses, because that's actually going to be relevant this time around. I will also say steel slag chunks too. Alright, there we go. And what else can go off? I guess plant matter. And then we'll go ahead and make a new stockpile for here. So we want to say clear all. We'll go priority critical. Do not allow rotten. We want plant matter in here. we want foods naturally, and also animal corpses. Preferably not insect corpses, though. Alright, there we go. Stockpile's good, my friend. Some floors definitely wouldn't go amiss, and probably turning the power on also would be pretty good. So I think batteries are first of the many research tasks we have to undertake here. Just to research lightsaber building or something? I didn't even consider that. Saber, no. Maybe it's like crystal. Oh, there are... What have we got? Vacuum crypto-sleep caskets? I assume that's for the spaceship, right? You've got different types of powered armor. Oh, nice to look. We can build Imperial armor. Stormtrooper armor counts as powered armor, so definitely don't fight the Imperials is what you're getting at. I imagine there's some other method of building lightsabers. It might just be at the machining bench as a sort of default thing. Probably don't have to research it in hindsight. Okay. This is a great start, I think. Not too bad. Our boy got a little bit injured there. Oh my god, can we use the Force yet? Oh shit. We're so close to being able to unleash our Force potential. This is going to be huge. I think just a little bit more building. Let's get everything hauled into the right place. How's the rice doing? 85% grown. Sweet. Okay, so next up, I think we need to go production. We need to go butcher table. I'm going to put that maybe a little bit out of the way of the... Saying that, it's all just dirt floors anyway. I was going to say we'll move it on the other side of this door to reduce sort of cross-contamination risk, because obviously butcher table creates a massive amount of filth, and the more filth around the construction, or the construction bench, wow. The electric stove, obviously, the more chance of food poisoning, but to be honest, it's all a dirt floor anyway, so I feel like that ship has sailed. Let's get ourselves some dining chairs. Why not? We might as well start as we need to go on. Nice. Okay, there you go. Krup, you're welcome, my friend. So why don't we also get these dismantled, because we are looking for plasteel, which I should probably just take a quick look around the map for. For obviously building the multi-analyzer. Getting that done early is probably going to be a big benefit. Oh my god, there's a lot of ship chunks kicking around. I haven't let any time tick since we've last played, so this is just what we spawned. We've got some... Oh, I thought that was uranium there, but it's actually marble wall. Could be an ancient danger. I think it's kind of unlikely. It doesn't look like there's enough room there. I actually can't see any plasteel at all. This could be an issue. We're just going to have to, hopefully, get a ship chunk falling pretty quickly. Obviously, it's not very reliable, you know, completely holding out on random chunks. We've got some uranium there, though, which is pretty good for, like, nuclear reactors, that type of thing. We don't have any plasteel. Now, that could cause us one or two issues. We've got some more uranium, though. Maybe some of these ships dismantle into. What about grey ship? Silver. Oh, shit. Grey ships make silver. These ones, obviously, you know, your standard sort of iron components. Golden components. Maybe they don't have plasteel spaceships. That would be a real pain in the ass. So just looking through here, obviously the first thing I think we actually want to go for is probably the watermill or batteries. I might go for batteries first just because obviously we can use some wood power generators to start us off with. So where are our batteries on this list? Am I blind? Apparently not. Okay, so batteries are good to go there. Hopefully I'll finish those floors in no time. The Force Awakens. Apparently got some southern Star Wars there for you all. Played on the kindest of banjos, I think it was. Could have been, I don't know, sitar maybe. Doesn't matter too much. Right, more to the point. Let me get distracted. We've got ourselves some force powers, and this is where the mod really comes into its own. See our alignment here based on what type of character we are. If we use more defensive powers, if we heal people, if we, you know, are a bit more of a benevolent character, protect other people with our force powers, we're going to obviously shift more to the light side. If we force rage, choke people out, force drain, force lightning, force storm, then we are going to quickly fall to the dark side. Grey does not give you, I believe, you get bonuses depending on which side of the force powers you're at. So I think actually to unlock either Force Storm or Force Ghost, we have to be either, well, we have to be either full dark side or full light side respectively. So yeah, here you go. So the next level requires light side alignment. We are grey. So to get to the very highest levels of their respective fields, we will have to pick one side or the other. Force Storm summons a massive storm. The only character I believe in actual Star Wars canon to have done that was the Emperor. And then Force Ghost is your sort of standard, let go, Luke. Use the Force style character. We can summon Obi-Wan is what I'm getting at, and he'll fight for us. They're quite powerful. It just essentially allows you to summon another sort of character to fight for you, a sort of standard Rimworld character with a lightsaber to fight for you. So that's pretty decent. Obviously, dark side a lot more offensive. Light side is good for keeping yourself alive. During this early game, the light side actually might use more, but we don't have to pick and choose. You know, you don't have to go fully light side, fully dark side. We can have, you know, we can still have heal self and have force lightning, for example, and it would keep us in the middle. So, oh, we have 1 point available, so we can go for lightsaber offense, bigger force pool, so that obviously gives us more mana to play around with, in quotation marks there. I feel like heal self is probably a great start, a great sort of starting power to go for. Now, we can also spend that point on, you know, upgrading our force pool if we really feel like it. I'm going to go for the, I think, heal self. And it's got to be heal self, just in case we get a particularly bad injury. You know, having no one else to heal us up could be the end of the game. You know, it could literally be a game-ending problem there. So, a little bit of heal self, I think, is a good plan. Now, we've also got things like gear and go, which the sort of an issue we found last series is we had these big, bulky sets of steel armor and these big, bulky weapons. And if we had, you know, those same characters cooking meals or working in the fields, they were a lot slower because they were wearing big, bulky armor. This is no exception to that. We have power armor, as you've seen the Stormtrooper armor a few minutes ago. So, if we end up building those big, powerful armor, you can actually set them to gear up. And then, as it says there, get gear draft and go to the targeted location. That's pretty good. I do like this idea. I do like the idea of having a sort of permanent armory. What the hell is that thing? That's a dragonfly. That's a big old dragonfly. That's just a dragon. Having a big old armory filled with all of our gear, and then obviously, you know, not carrying around power armor permanently seems pretty beneficial to me. Nice. The crops are growing. Now, unfortunately, with only one dude, we are going to take quite some time, I think, to actually get the colony up on its feet. Kind of hoping we get joined by, you know, obviously there's that random event. If you've got a very small amount of colonists, you know, one colonist, there's a chance of that event firing whereby a random wanderer would just join you to help out the colony. And of course, if we get knocked down or whatever, we will get a man in black turn up who will also help out the colony. So we might also want to just force ourselves to get knocked down and spawn a man in black. I mean, that could be a legit strategy. Seems a little crazy to me. Anyway, why are you wandering around when you can clearly haul this rice? Not assigned to hauling. Ah, understandable. I don't know why I didn't do that. Why can you not build these? Oh, we're out of wood again. Right, so let's actually get some wood down. I'm going to go ahead and very quickly forbid all this wood up here. Don't really need that, essentially. We don't need this one. I mean, essentially, in the literal case, we don't need it as soon as possible. Whereas the bedroom, I think, getting some wood down in there would definitely help out a little bit. And along with the kitchen as well, so we're not literally preparing our meals on dirt. I shrunk the rice field down a little bit because, as I described in the first episode, it's very work-intensive. It's a very fast-growing crop, but obviously you need to spend a lot of time working on it. And obviously we've got a lot more important stuff to do. And when we've only got one colonist, we need to get the balance of food pretty much perfect. So we only need to grow as much food as we immediately need, because having one dude can't do everything. You know, we also need to research to actually get some progression going, get some batteries. We're not going to be able to do that if we're spending all day, you know, cooking meals and farming rice there. I've set plant cut to a higher priority than construction again, just to quickly get as much wood as possible. But we'll hopefully try and finish these floors as soon as possible as well. Aha! There we go. Our first raid. Lion. Oh my god, look at that face. Fantastic. Lion, welcome. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Ironwood Club. It's got 11 mining. Undergrounder is a very good trait as well. Lazy, not so good. It's going to be quite slow. But obviously having a dude with 11 mining with Lazy is going to be much better than Krup anyway. Got 9 plants too. Obviously very beneficial right now, because that would mean we could have this dude farming. It doesn't matter if he's lazy. He's only got to feed 2 people. I think we need to take this dude alive. Unfortunately, we do have quite a powerful vibro blade, it turns out. So we might just end up straight up killing him. I've got faith in Krup. What about some of these force powers? Does Choke, like, knock them down? Hop your mouse over the adjacent stars for information. Damage type stun. If we could just knock him down and not kill him, that seems like it would be a fantastic force power to have, because it would allow us to obviously... it would allow us to take some prisoners. Don't kill him. Alright, great start. Fantastic there. Well done. You cold-blooded psychopath. Gotta dig ourselves a goddamn mass grave now. Okay, where is he? Prioritize hauling. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I did want to add you to the faction, but my mistake. Kind of didn't realize the strength of Krup's, I suppose he's also got 8 melee. I've got to remember that too, that he is a fairly competent melee character. Alright, that's probably going to be enough wood, my dude. I think we can leave it there. He's only got 1 more tree to harvest anyway, so might as well let him do it at this point. Right, okay. Let's get this bedroom done as soon as possible. Then, obviously, the kitchen is next priority. I'm not too concerned about the kitchen. We have apparently 36 days worth of food in storage. So, let's get the actual comfort and the recreation down first. Worry about food a little bit after that. We've got plenty of time, actually, before we've got to cook some meals. So, I'm pretty happy to go a bit hands-off with that. Now, what do we want to do for recreation? We need recreation variety almost immediately. What can we even build? Like a chess table? Play a single game of chess against yourself? That's sad, but I mean, what else can we do here? Horseshoes pin as well, I guess couldn't go amiss. He's got solitary relaxation already, doesn't he? What the hell is that thing? I honestly thought it was some sort of bone serpent. I guess it technically is. It's a rotten sea snake. We already have solitary relaxation. So I believe having like a Jedi meditation chair would count as that. So let's not worry about that too much. Table, too. Obviously, we don't want to commit any war crimes by having him eat without a table. I'm not that much of a monster yet. So just put down like a single table there, that's fine. And then a couple of dining chairs, couldn't hurt. There you go, my friend. We'll also get a couple of dining chairs around his chest table as well, seeing as we've, I think, probably got a surplus of wood at this point. That's awesome. It already counts as a decent bedroom. Like I said, it's very, very easy mood, and it's really not taking as much. Couple of dresses, couple of end tables. Now, I'm specifically not turning on this generator for hopefully obvious reasons. We've already got nothing that needs powering. 46 days of food. So it actually seems to me like this cow with its nutrient solution, it was a random pet. You've got to bear that in mind. I didn't pick this thing specifically. This was just randomly what was assigned to us when we picked this scenario. We really lucked out with it because it seems to be producing food faster than we're eating it, obviously, seeing as we've got 46 up from, was it 32? It's given us an absurd amount of food. So we might even need to run the farms right now, to be honest with you. And we might not need to turn on the generator to power, the only thing that actually needs power right now. Did that automatically open the... That was odd. That, like, automatically opened the job list. You see that? I didn't even... Oh, that... What's causing that, I wonder? Sometimes it opens it, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Obviously, we can cook lavish meals, that type of thing. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think we need to really touch that at all, apparently. We've got 55 days worth of food now. I don't think we... Is that counting the rice, do you think? Is that counting the raw rice? That is a bunch of food. I agree with you. Let's not worry about that too much. 58 days worth of food in storage. This goddamn cow. Sorry, N.Solution Unit. It's just ridiculous. It's actually keeping this colony... If I'd have known it was this OP, I might have picked a different animal. I'd probably just gone with a friggin' Labrador or something. Hey, I do like it. I do like that we randomly rolled it. Like I said, it's not like I picked it or anything, so I'm kind of happy with it. Anyway, we're just getting the last little finishing touches on the base down here. Then I think we need to bash out some batteries as soon as possible. Don't really want to turn the generator on, like I said, without getting some batteries first, even though obviously the lights would kind of help out a little bit. Seems like just a waste of, resources and whatnot. So, ceiling lights, 10 steel. Okay, so the way ceiling lights work should be fairly obvious. It just lights up the ceiling. Means you don't have to place a bloody standing lamp, which are terrible. We could put wall lights out, but apparently I don't have a wall lights mod this time around. That was a bit silly. I suppose if we've got the ceiling light, we don't really need it. Okay, so we'll put one in the areas where he has to work. So we'll put one there. Oh, man, will that count as... That's got to light up the research bench, right? We've got one in the bedroom, so that doesn't matter too much. I don't want it to be in darkness. Basically, anyway, that should be more than enough. I think that's more than sufficient. Right, okay, so we'll wait for him to build those. Then I think we'll turn the generators on and just start research in the light, because we've got plenty of wood, right? I mean, there's so many trees around. I built a little door here to get out into the swampy area a little bit more as well, because there's obviously lots of trees, and I don't want him to keep running around. Then the research begins, my friends. The batteries are first on the list. Kind of also want to go for the watermill generators, because they are just a constant, steady source of power. We've also apparently got advanced watermill generators. That's cool. Because I really like these. I love the way it incorporates sort of the land into your sort of power generation. Windmills are cool and all, but this feels a little more interactive with your environment. It makes picking a river map, worthwhile. It gives these new features a little bit of a bonus. I kind of wish they did more stuff with this. Like a big volcano that you get geothermal power from. That'd be awesome, huh? Anyway, that's me thinking of future Rimworld when we're, not even got any power in this one. Right, my friend. Please hurry up, Krup Voosh. You're taking... No, sod the rice. We've got too much... I'm actually just going to cancel sowing. I don't... No, my dude. Forbid? Can we just have him not... Oh, just... I guess we'll just allow sowing. I don't really want to mess around with his jobs. We'll just disallow sowing and then have him harvest this last bit. And then, honestly... I don't think we're going to need any more food while we've just got one dude. I think he might as well just live on nutrient solution. I imagine it's the same as nutrient paste, so it'll probably come with a mood debuff or something. But it's going to take so much micromanagement out of the gameplay. We can focus almost entirely on research and, I guess just, research and recreation at that stage. R&R. So let's keep things interesting for Krup. We've picked a sort of utility power, heal self. Let's go with something cool. Let's go with something different. Let's go for Force Lightning and go and blast a fool. I'm literally just going to go and blast the first thing I saw. In fact, there's a panther there, which obviously could be a little bit dangerous. So let's get Krup over there. You know what, Krup? Blast him. And I want to keep an eye on his force alignment meter. So I want to see how much a lightning bolt is going to affect his... Oh, man, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a significant amount. Now, interestingly, it also didn't piss the panther off. Death in 24 hours. I assume that bleeding will stem, and he probably won't actually die in 24 hours. Yeah, no, so look, the bleeding rate is going down there. So, not enough to kill something. Very interesting that it doesn't aggro them, though. I guess if a lightning bolt just suddenly hit a panther, they might not immediately assume, oh, it was that dude over there. Not really sure what goes through an animal's mind when they're hit through lightning, besides, you know, a million volts. Anyway, Krup, hurry up with the rice, my friend, so we can actually get on with some research. I'd really love to get batteries done this episode, because I feel like it's a pretty big hurdle to get over. Oh, so, alright, just build your chest table then, my dude. Keep your secrets. Let's actually go for refueling then. We'll put that to priority 1, and we'll also go for bed rest back up to priority 1 as well. I'll sort of micromanage the bed resting a little bit, depending on, you know, whether or not he's healed, depending on how well he's healed, I should say, the actual quality of the treatment. And obviously, if he's got an actual disease, we'll probably just leave him in bed for the immunity. Right, there we go. Base is online, my friends. This is great. You want to get microelectronics as soon as possible so we can get access to the trade bench, because that's going to be very, very vital this campaign. Slavers, in particular, are going to be important, which brings me on to my next subject. I have installed a slavery mod. I think it's simply called Simple Slavery, and you just build slave collars and put them on prisoners, then you can force them to work. I almost thought it was thematically accurate, seeing as slavery is a massive, massive part of Star Wars, right? So, Wookiees in KOTOR, you know, were slavery. I mean, to some extent, you could say, you know, like Rey in The Force Awakens. Was that the name of that movie? I don't remember. It wasn't very good. You know, she was essentially just a rung above slavery, right? Working for rations, which, you know, it's a very common theme in Star Wars universe anyway, slavery. So it's not like it's out of the ordinary. And, you know, seeing as apparently one lot of Force lightning sends us quite heavily towards the dark side. What's it like Force? Can we see like our Force power? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, can we see our Force power? Because it's not like a mana bar or anything like we had with the Magic mod. You just hover over it. So Force power 0.16. So we can fire out a couple of these. In fact, we can fire 3 of them. So if we actually wanted to just force our way down to the dark side, no pun intended, we could just set out firing lightning bolts at random animals that walk past. And we would just eventually fall to the dark side. I want it to happen naturally, though. I don't just want to force it or metagame it. If Krup Voosh falls to the dark side, then so be it. Right, let's actually get this. Yeah, you're actually. Oh shit! I'm like, why is he not doing research? Oh, I remember, because you know, I stopped him doing research. Now, what we probably should also do, we won't have a huge amount, but it will be a sort of recognizable little bonus there. Build a filing cabinet, kind of similar, but not at all. And that way we'll get a 5% boost again. It's not a massive amount, but it will help out a very little bit over the long term. Right on cue. Oh, thank God, it's Krup. I was going to say, oh God, the cow's got the plague, which would obviously be horrible. But Krup actually has the plague instead, which is equally kind of horrible. Prioritize tend to Krup as soon as possible. Shit, this is horrid. Plague, episode 2. I mean, he apparently gave himself a good treatment there. Oh, you know, he's going to be... Oh, man, it's going to be fairly close. Right, what I'm going to do then is we're going to be super careful about this. Let's go manufactured, untick medicine, medicine here, clear all, medicine, critical. My friend Krup, prioritize hauling that immediately. What the fuck? Oh, he's picking up on hauling, fine. My dude, please get back to bed. Oh, he needs to eat. Of course he does. Shit. Go back to bed. Oh my God, this is going to be close. Oh, you know what? Actually, he's going to be fine. I kind of underestimated his treatment ability. Why is it so good? He's got... Oh, Glitterworld medicine because we picked the Lone Survivor star. It's meaning it's regular medicine, which sort of explains a lot. His doctor rating is only 7 out of 20. So, one bad treatment, we could have been in trouble. But I think with Glitterworld medicine, we're more than likely to get through this relatively unscathed. Probably quite comfortably, actually. Yeah, look, 12-24. I think we're going to quickly outpace this. But, unfortunately, it does mean that this episode is basically over now. Because we're going to have to let Krup just sit in bed for the next couple of days. 68 days worth of food. That's actually insane. The Glitterworld medicine, actually, I'll bring up the menu so you can see it has 130% medical 10 quality maximum. So I assume that if you have a terrible surgeon, they can still potentially get up to that 100% treatment, right? Because you've got the 30% extra gap. So even though Krup is only a quality 6 surgeon, it sort of explains why he's getting the 100% quality treatment there, because of it. I didn't realize quite how powerful Glitterworld medicine is, to be honest with you. Medical potency also 160% there. How effective this is when used to tend wounds and disease or do surgery. There we go. So because that's 160 again, you can't get 160% quality treatment. It only goes up to 100%. But then again, if you've got, like I said, a shitty surgeon, or I guess somebody who's like, you know, maybe low consciousness, maybe low manipulation, then it will also give a bonus to that as well. So that's very convenient that we started with that. You know, maybe going for one of the other starts, we could have lost a character there because this is the only one that, to my knowledge, starts with Glitterworld medicine anyway. So this is pretty good. Alright, here we go. So he's actually going to eat some of the nutrient solution, I believe, for the first time right now. And we'll see if it gives him a mood debuff. I imagine it will not. Ah, so there's me thinking it would work like the nutrient paste that you get from the nutrient paste dispenser, and if they eat that, it's like a minus, it's not very much, like a -5 to mood or something along those lines. So, I thought that that would be the trade-off for it being quite powerful, but no, it turns out we just really, really lucked out with Christabel, our exotic pet. Christabel, not a great name, not very Star Wars either. You wouldn't get like a Darth Christabel, although that's a friggin' awesome name if you want to take that. I think we need a new name for Christabel, so if you've got any suggestions for the N.Solution Unit, rather than Christabel, we need something Star Warsy, something cow-based. I mean, that's up to your own discretion, I guess. And I'll pick my favorite, or I'll pick the most upvoted one. Let's go for democracy, people. Look at that. Like I said, we actually doubled the plague progress with our immunity there, 100% and 49% at its maximum. We did really, really well. Good work, Krup. So, my friend, what's next? Well, working on a cooler, I think, is probably not a bad idea now we've actually got the generator turned on. Might as well have this excess power doing something since we've got 590 watts in excess. So this was kind of a bit of a waste, really. Anyway, let's go down to -9, just because it's, you know, the most convenient one to go for. And that should stop all of these animals rotting inside the freezer. Let's kick these things out. What about the nutrient solution? That's quite a long-lasting thing anyway. Yeah, 13 days. Obviously, we're going to get 100% chance to tame obedience every single time. I can only assume it's a feature of that animal. Like I said, I think it's something you're supposed to build yourself. Anyway, let's get all these goddamn corpses out here, because this is a bit macabre, to be honest with you. Right, that's looking good. I think we've got a good base. I would like, Mr. Krup, when you're done fishing. Oh, okay, do you want to take that one? Thank you. Caught a prawn of some description. Sorry, a mashgon. Of course it is. Anyway, let's actually get to research now, my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and probably cancel just about everything else. Does this count as, hunting, maybe? I have no idea. Keeps your feet wet while fishing. Incredible. What does this count as? Because I don't want him doing that over... It's got to be hunting, right? Let's untick it and see if... Let's draft and undraft. Okay, there we go. What's he doing now? Getting some bamboo. Cool. There we go. Getting some research done. Good. So I guess it must have been hunting. That would also kind of make sense. So... Next episode, we'll get this battery churned out, or maybe I'll get the battery finished before next episode, so we don't have to sit here and watch him research for the next 4 days. That way we can start doing some more impressive power stuff. Obviously, getting our trade bench set up as soon as possible would be great. Now, the point I wanted to make with the slavery mod as well was, A, we can buy slaves, B, we can also sell slaves off. So if we end up becoming a dark side syndicate of some description, that's going to add to our business a little bit. Might want to capture people. Obviously, we've got the trank gun, so there's a lot of things playing together and playing off of one another. So we're going to see some hopefully interesting and fairly Star Warsy based stuff as well. 21 times stir fry there just to finish things off. So I'm going to cut this episode off a little bit early because I don't think any of us want to sit here and watch him research for the next 5 minutes. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Again, if you've got any mods that I can add to the playthrough safely that are Star Wars based, or at least, you know, have some basis of being added to the mod pack, please let me know. And of course, I'll throw those in because I'm always looking things to keep gameplay fresh and evolving as we play through. But again, I want to be somewhat careful about this one because I think this could be a series we have for quite some time. Let's give a shout out to all of our insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. Thank you all for your support. To Zachary Harris, Harik, Sean Thornton, Haydog, Sidini, Tim Bragg, Laurus, Michael Mullen, Crosis, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindean Tesla, Tyler Birch, Jacob Alexander Penson, Powers Presley, Lucina Kirito, Logan Thorne, Conspiracy, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Fukuno Vasquez. I don't know why I'm doing this so weirdly today. Tom Terror 18, Escaped, Average Gamer 419, and Jackson Woodman. Thank you all for your support. The insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel alive. The new Patreon list should be available tomorrow, according to an email they sent out yesterday. I'm losing track of my days. Anyway, yeah, so the new Patreon list should be a lot quicker this time around. They had a lot of issues last month, but this time we should be able to get that sorted very quickly. So again, if your name's not on this list for shoutouts, don't worry, you'll be on next month's list for faux show. And a big shout as well to my boy Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brandon Antoniak, Euphrates, plural I guess, Jack Allen, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Der, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Joran DeVries, Haji Dumar. You left a comment saying that I almost said your last name wrong, and then I said, how do you pronounce it? And then I couldn't find a reply. Okay, so I'm bringing it up now, like 2 weeks later. Please leave a comment, or get in touch with me over Discord or something. I want to make sure I'm saying people's names right, and if I'm pronouncing anyone's names wrong, feel free to shout me over Discord. Alpha Scuff, Kevin Sanders, Duncony27. My god, I'm butchering these. Zembo Toggle, Joseph Beer, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris Hancock, Sir Thor the Swede, Asero, Nick, Will Wade, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, the Insane Pickle, and in person, and I see the great. Thank you all for your support as well.